Hi, today I'll explain about bouncing ball shade, how to add a shade. Suppose yesterday in previous class, before class, we did this, the beautiful bouncing ball. So, but when the ball is bouncing, the shades also must follow. That is very important. Okay, so for that, so first what we do, give the color, the shade color here I'm giving. Suppose here I'm giving this color, okay, and with this gradient transform tool, okay, can move up here, or otherwise so what we do, we create our own color. So instead of this dead black, I'm giving this color. Yes, instead of this I'll give this color. Yes. Yeah, this shade is okay. Okay, the same color I'm trying to give can turn this up to here. Okay, instead of this linear, I'm giving a radial. Yes, yeah, it is there. Yes, okay, so we give the same for entire all balls. Yes, now here also give this. Okay, yeah, because highlight must be from the top direction. Highlight must be from the top direction. Yes, beautiful. Now add the shadow here also. Right, then click here and again Yes, fantastic. Then again click, must be on top. Suppose light is operating on top direction, light is operating coming from the top direction. So I'm changing this light by using this gradient transform tool. Okay, right. Then come here and again fill this and again move to top direction, and again here also exactly top. Yes. Then here do the same for all. Okay, and again click here, and move this here. Click and add this color. Move the gradients, the highlight to top, and between make it Control S. Okay, and again click here, and move this top. Okay, come here again, move this, just again click here and add this color, move to top and click here and move this here. So we are applying the same for the all balls. Because for the all balls at a time we cannot do, because as per the ball direction and changing its volume depends on that, the light must change the direction. So in single click for all the balls we cannot do, we cannot apply. That is very important. Right? Yes. Yes. And again click here and apply. Yes. And this is last anyway, it's out of camera, but extra we are giving 1 frame. Yes. Control S. Now what you do, make it Control Enter, then we'll understand the ball shade. So from top the light is coming the bottom of the ball occupied by the shade. Okay, that is ball shade. What about the ground shade? When the ball is coming down, the shades also can move accordingly. Okay, so that is very important. So how to do that? Yes, for that what you do, you can duplicate this layer, duplicate layer. So this layer is duplicated, so drag down here, make it a ball shadow, ball shadow. Yes, okay, click here. So already your ball is there. Okay, so then lock the first layer. Yes, so now what you do, come to ball shadow and click the first ball. Okay, and make the down arrow. See, this is down arrow. Okay, so next what we do, there is a rule when the object is at the topmost, the shadow will be smaller. Okay, so we have to reduce the shadow, because here the ball is at a top position. So you move this point here and you can down this, because the shades always fall flatten. Okay, this much, right? Yes, but the color must be black, because it is shade. Now what we do, you can delete this actual ball. In this place you can just copy paste, or otherwise insert keyframe. So because the frame is empty, so you can copy and paste. For that what you do, here all the balls you can remove, because the original balls is there at top layer. Okay, but here we are planning one by one the ball shades. Okay, so now what I'll do, this I made the shadow and right click here and convert to symbol. Okay, and make it movie clip, say OK, because it is converted to movie clip symbol. Then find the properties, there your filters on, use blur, because shade must be blur. Yes, so apply ten. Yes, okay. Next you can copy this, otherwise insert keyframe, and because you are at second ball, so it is showing exactly the same place, and you can select this shade and then keyboard press the right arrow, and you can on the onion skin. Then you will understand from first to second how much gap you are leaving. This is okay. And next here again insert keyframe. Okay, so then again press right arrow on keyboard. Okay, yes, and again here right click and insert keyframe. So as per the ball direction, your shadow also must move. Okay, yes, and again here right click and insert keyframe and use the shade, move the shade with this side, and suppose it is coming to downside, so the size bit you can increase. Okay, yes, and then rightly insert keyframe again here, and see it is reach it down. Then you also have to move your shadow up to there. Again extend this, yes, right, then again right click and insert keyframe. Okay, so it is there only, but you can stretch this more according to that ball size, and you can right click here, insert keyframe again, and move this bit right and decrease the size also, and right click here, insert keyframe here. Okay, and according to ball position, suppose ball is there, your shadow also must be there, so you can move accordingly. Okay, yes, yes, then again insert keyframe means the same keyframe you're extending. We're extending, yes, good, then again insert keyframe. Okay, then move exactly under this ball. You can place exactly under this ball, and you can make it bit smaller. Yes, then again right click and insert keyframe, and again almost it is there, and again insert keyframe and move this also, and insert keyframe. See, the ball is moving right side, and your shadow also along with the ball, you have to move this. Yes, then right click and insert keyframe. Okay, and again here right click and insert keyframe. Yes, and then insert keyframe and make it bit stretch, because it is reach it down. Yes, now what you do, click and right click here, insert keyframe. See, ball is moving right side, and along with your shadow also should move. Yes, and here again right click and insert keyframe. Yes, yes, so insert keyframe, insert keyframe, and again here insert keyframe, insert keyframe. Okay, so slowly it is coming down, and insert keyframe. So bit bigger size wise. Okay, and here again right click and insert keyframe, and this can be bigger. Okay, Control S, and then remaining frames. Here again, insert keyframe, so you can move this. Okay, yes, and again here insert keyframe with the right arrow, you can move this side. Size also can reduce, and here again insert keyframe, the shadow is moving that side, and here insert keyframe, shadow also going outside. Okay, so this is, and here, so insert keyframe, so nothing is there actually. Yes, yes, this is the shades, ground shades added. So you can check by Control Enter, we'll understand actually what is happening. Yeah, royal, excellent. The ball is bouncing according to ball, shade also moving along with the ball. See, the ball shade also size reducing and increasing. Okay, so when the ball is top, shadow will be smaller, it is coming down. Okay, the shade increasing, and the top position shade also decreasing. So continuously this process is going. So bouncing ball action. So here bouncing ball action. With shade. With shades. So make it a bit font size. $70 this is. Control S. And again Control Enter. So bouncing ball action with the shades. Suppose now I don't want this path. So path is only for the preparation for this bouncing ball action. Okay, so after finishing your ball action, finalizing your ball action, no need to see that. So for that what we do, there is a path. Okay, on that, on path layer, right click and make guide, so that there will be a small icon, it cannot show your path. And now there is a ground line. Ground line also have to hide. So before that, so what I'll do, I want to make one background. So for that I'm creating one new layer, and with the rectangle tool I'm planning one blue box. Blue box is for background, right? And then what we do, I can create one more box here. This is for floor. For the floor I'll take gray color. suppose it is pasted on that, right? So what I'll do, after clicking rectangle tool here, click on object drawing so that it cannot mix in that. This is, yes, this is my floor. Okay, now you can check, control enter. Yeah, I want to extend both sides, and this, the floor, yes, you can extend these lines here. Okay, and this and this can extend more, so because the side portions are coming into, yes, area. Now this is good, but the blue, I want to change that blue. This blue, I'll change it into another blue. Check this how it looks. Control enter. Yes, this is nice, good. But what I'll do, the text color I want to change, make it white, and lock, everything lock. Now control S, make it control enter. Beautiful bouncing ball action with the shades. Suppose here, check the frame rate here, suppose it is 24 frames. Just click on 12 and see what is happening. Control enter. See, lazily it is moving. Yeah, so that is the reason, make it a 24 and control S. Now check this, and there is a line also showing here. Okay, so I don't want this line, I want to hide this. So select that layer and right click and make guide. Now control S and make control enter, then you see this. Yes, this is nice, fantastic. So one ball entering into room and taking 3 steps and leaving the room. Okay. So you also have to do this. I explained you about the bouncing ball usage and all. So this is not only for the ball action, the same principle we use for, suppose frog jumping. Okay, so it bounces and leaves, and suppose your animals jumping, cat, suppose your a dog, whatever, a lion. Okay, and suppose humans also they jump from this area, but we cannot take the steps, but we can jump and stretch and stand. Okay, I'll explain all these things in coming lessons, though this is not a simple bouncing ball action. The bouncing ball action will apply in real-time actions like humans, animals. Okay, so we can apply for the objects also. So take care, this is very important assignment. Everyone should do this, don't skip. Okay, you will get the internal marks. Try yourself, and if you have any doubt, ask me. Thank you.